Hello everybody, I'm Static Stardust and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So, last episode we realized that Lada has been covering up something. She has been lying and we are going to testify the third or fourth time. I think it's the fourth time. It's late right now as I'm recording this, so I'm still kind of sleepy-ish, but I'm very invested as to where this is going. I have to be careful. I have 2 strikes. So let's see where Lada's testimony takes us. Alright, fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to. And I'm going to spot it. Lada's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard that bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, across my heart and hoped to fry. There's so many holes, I don't know where to start. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Objection.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research photographer or a student has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Objection.
I claim the defense is right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there another contradiction? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance to cross-examine Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony at this time, we'll let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood. Oh gee. Oh gayish. I'm so screwed. No. An investigative photographer. Yep. Get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year. Guess what? What? There was a UFO, right? Just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had a sort of a revelation. Knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. I imagine what a scoop would be if I get a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on TV! Not sure that's appearing the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they had a picture of him on the newspaper, for real! Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from my university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps the shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all it was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked out straight at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I'd never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Hang on. There wasn't much to look at, so I just watched the boat? That makes no sense. So, the boat was here, and it moved to the middle, but there was fog. What else could you have looked at? And you were just gonna casually watch like someone shoot? That makes no sense. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know, if she's heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. Kind of doubt she'd waste time looking at the boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. There wasn't much else to look at, so I watched the boat the whole time. Okay, I'm gonna save over this again. Alright, let's look at our evidence. There wasn't much to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Set to automatically take a picture with a loud noise. So I just watched the boat. You can barely see who's shooting, so why would you look at fog boat? Damn it. Alright, let's try this again. I saw a flash near one of the man's hand, and I heard a gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking there was a shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore neither. Better find some sort of contradiction or testimony you'll be able to... Oh, finally! Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It's the only thing there. Any normal person be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? You don't want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. You guys would not believe how long it took me for so much trial and error. I kept thinking it was the gun, the bullet, the picture, the autopsy. Literally, I took a shot in the dark with that. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through the binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just, I thought, I could be a witness to a murder and all. Kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this photo. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness. That's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your file. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took a photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting who. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why wouldn't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I've got a hump. I'm a camel. I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Objection.
Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the ones who told me not to show it in court in the first place. Yo, fool! What the hell going on? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photograph to the court. Show us the enlargement.
Objection.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Still can't see who's firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. That's what she said. I'm so tired. And a little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means the cross-examination is over, obviously. No. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Loud Hart, and none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, A decisive witness? What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict. Wait! It's not supposed to go like this! There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. Real bad. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Show other evidence. Wait! Your Honor! This evidence. I believe we had spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. You've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad, real bad. What do I do? Object to the enlargement. There's something decisively strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright! Okay. No, I don't want to load again. Oh. Well, okay. You will show the court what you mean. Why is this photo strange? Because... Hey. Here, Your Honor. Shooter, I'm not sure I understand what's so strange. Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand is what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence the left hand contradicts. Oh yeah! The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Oh. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired that pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Miss Hart did it. The victim himself, Larry. The victim himself? There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. What the fuck going on in this court? Order, order! So, you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? Examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet! There's no way it could have been suicide. Order, order! Mr. Von Kama, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Oh my god. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth, as this is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for today. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. Court is adjourned. December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, that was a close one. I saw how many times you loaded, says Edgeworth. You didn't get that at all. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be cleared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake, anyway? What if he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Alright, so we now have Lada's deposition. Oh, God. Alright. To be continued. Yes, please. Hopefully if I get up early today, or rather very early tomorrow morning, I can... Alright, so obviously I'm going to stop here for tonight. I'm going to try to see if I can wake up early tomorrow morning at a certain time, record the next part, hopefully by the rest of my day, have the rest of these episodes of episode 4 edited, and hopefully saved to my computer. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this very stressful, undraining, and questioning episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. If you like this, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share with a friend, and check out some of my other videos. I have on screen Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and then here is, I've done Honey Pop a couple of times for these past few videos. Let's do a Grumps React to Shovel Knight. I laughed my butt off in that one, but yeah.